my loves, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new, and happy Saturday, or happy whatever day if you're watching this in the future. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I'm spending my weekend recording because I have a lot of video ideas right now, and I've also spent a little bit of time giving my channel art a makeover, a little bit of a spring makeover. Because I felt like my old channel art was a tad too dark, so I moved from black and purple to some grays and pink. I know, such a dramatic difference, right? Or not, but it is less depressing, it's a bit cleaner and lighter, and maybe a bit boring. It is not too colorful, I know, but I like it simple, and I'm so into gray at the moment. Okay guys, I feel so boring when people ask me what my favorite color is, and I'm like, gray. Purpley gray tones. But that's me, and I hope you like my new art. So today guys, I'm back with a speed build for ya. I'm doing a 50s diner, or a 50s inspired diner. With the new pack, the Bowling Night stuff pack, we got a lot of new mid-century retro looking items that inspired me to make this build, basically. And I was debating with myself if to make a bowling alley or something else using items from this pack. But everyone is doing a bowling alley, which I might also do. I'm not sure yet. I kind of want to, but for now I decided to go for a different kind of build. So I ended up doing a diner, and I don't know guys, do you want to see a bowling alley? Or are you tired of bowling alleys already? Let me know in the comments, okay? Or if you have any other idea for a build that you would like to see that somehow includes bowling, hit me up, leave it in the comments. But anyway, you guys, this diner took me about 2 to 3 hours to build, I think. But most of this video is furnishing. The interior took the longest for sure. I was experimenting a bit, and I added a lot of decor in, especially like wall art, because I looked at some pictures on Google of diners from the 50s for inspiration, and the walls were just so cluttered in all of these diners I looked at. And so I do make use of a lot of wall art or wall decals in this build that I haven't really ever touched before. But you will get to see that later. That's like the last thing I add. So most of this build is white, black, and red color-wise, both the exterior and the interior. And I have like this love-hate relationship with this color combination. It looks very retro for sure, but you know, I've never really been into this whole retro look. In some ways, I think it looks kind of cool. It has like this cool vibe to it, but at the same time, I kind of hate it. I'm just not too keen on the retro look myself. It's not my thing. But oh, don't get me wrong though, guys. It was so much fun to build. It's very different from what I usually do. And it was nice to go out of my comfort zone a bit and just make something unlike my other builds. So I enjoyed trying on a new style for once. And I mean, even though like I'm not a fan of this whole mid-century look, I am in love with this diner. It is so freaking cute and casual. I feel like this is the perfect place to bring your Sims to go for like a lunch date or something. And I did actually change the menu and the staff outfits for this diner. We have like pizza, fries, burgers, sausage, and pancakes on the menu. So American. I mean, I'm sure these meals originate from some other country in the world, but I don't know. And I also tried my absolute best to make the staff outfits resemble like a real life 50s waitress outfit. So the girls have a striped shirt with paired with like a skirt and high heels, of course. I don't know if they had high heels on, but I gave them high heels, okay? And the males, they get the same stripy shirt, but paired with black pants. So the outfits actually stay on the same color scheme and match the diner itself. I just thought that was a cool idea, okay? Oh, and the shirt that I used for the stuff outfits is actually the one from the bowling shirt from the new pack that came with the new bowling pack. But yeah, I built this in Oasis Springs on a 30 by 20 lot, and I can't remember exactly which one it is, but you can place this on any lot the same size or bigger, of course, but I just felt this build fits in very nicely with the surroundings in Oasis Springs. A lot of the residential builds in Oasis Springs actually remind me of the whole mid-century area, so that is why I built this diner here. So as you can see, we've moved on to the interior now, the furnishing part, and I placed the kitchen in the middle, and I didn't make it its own separate room like I would in any other restaurant builds. If you look at the pictures, if you look at pictures of 50s diners on Google, the kitchen is often like visible behind a bar, if you know what I mean, and you can choose to sit and eat at the bar or at a table. So that is what I did here, and the kitchen is often very simple. And I saw I saw a lot of soda machines and commercial stuff in these pictures, and I mean, a lot of the diners I looked at felt like an advertising venue rather than a diner. So I do make use of the vending machines that came with Get Together, I think. I'm not quite sure. But what I am sure about is that I spent a whole lot of time putting together the kitchen and bar. This part definitely took the longest out of all the things. I think I spent more time with the kitchen than I did with the exterior. But that might be just my feeling and not the actual truth, but it did take me quite some time, and you know what? I'll even come back to it later and change it up a bit. I put in a real bar actually, and I changed some of the clutter items. And yeah, I make use of a lot of debug items here, and actually I've been getting a lot of comments about those, people thinking it's CC, custom content, but it is not. These items are hidden items that you can all unlock with a cheat. And I mean, these cheats are tested and they are safe to use, so don't worry. But what you can do if you want access to these debug items is to open the cheat window, and to do so you press Ctrl, Shift, and C. Then you type in bb.showHiddenObjects, all in one word, and you press enter. When you have done that, you type debug into the search bar, and voila, there you go. So it's that simple really, and now you got tons of new items to use in your game. Keep in mind though that you have to unlock the debug category every time you restart your game. Items you've already placed will still be there, but to access the debug category again, you will need to type in the cheat again. So that is that. I hope that helped some of you guys. A lot of you probably already know about this, but I have been getting comments about it, so I thought I would help those people that have been asking. So I placed some seats by the windows at the plush booth, as it's called, and it's just a typical characteristic of a 50s diner. And the table I used for the booth is called, I don't know what it's called. I wasn't even gonna tell you guys what it's called. It's from the bowling pack, is what I was gonna say. But we also have some smaller tables with regular chairs, and those chairs are from the bowling pack too. But the bar stools are from Get Together. I tried the bar stools that came with the bowling pack, but they just didn't look right. They didn't quite match the style for some reason. So, not using the bar stools. I also used the lights that came with the bowling pack, the ceiling lights. I freaking love those, and I'm sure you guys agree with me. It might actually be my favorite item from the pack, really. If I had to pick only one item to be my favorite from this new pack, it would probably be probably. Sorry, it's late, guys. I can't even talk. What was I saying? If I had to pick only one item to be my favorite from this pack, it would probably be the ceiling lights. Yeah, I think so. But I would have loved if we had gotten like some new plants with this pack. Like, imagine a plant in a very retro looking pot. I would have loved that. But yeah, placing all the wall decor now that I was talking about earlier. I know it's a lot. There's a lot going on. It is a tad bit overwhelming. But as I mentioned earlier, all the pictures I looked at, all those diners had really gone overboard with the wall decor. They had a lot of signs and ad posters up, and even like LPs and stuff. And so I'm really just going for what I saw in pictures, because I wasn't around in the 50s, so I wouldn't know what a diner looked like back then. I mean, I could ask my grandparents, but Google was my inspiration here. So I'll have to trust Google on this one. Hopefully my diner is somewhat accurate to a 50s diner. Oh, and I do the toilet stalls off camera. I really just put a toilet in there, so not much to see. And also the back of the build I do off camera, but I do include pictures of it in the screenshots at the end. And speaking of the end, guys, we're at the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. And there's links to my Twitter in the info box down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.